2,000 years after the departure of Jesus the Christ. The prophets are back to teach the real Jews, the 12 tribes of Israel, their true nationality. This is their campaign.
Malachi chapter 2 verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So the priests of God should be keeping knowledge. What are the knowledge you should be keeping?
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And the knowledge they should be keeping is the laws of God. Ain't that right? What's your name, brother? Will?
Right.
Great. Now, we're here to show you, my question is to the people, to you, is what is your mindset of what heaven and hell is? What do you think, but let's talk about hell. What do you think hell is? Right here, today, right? Now, why do you say that? You're right. I'm going to show you exactly right that we're all living in hell, but why? We're going to ask you because we're here to show people the truth of the Bible. Many times we live in thinking that hell is a place down in the earth with a man with a pitchfork, right? And heaven is a place you go up in heaven, in the sky with the baby angels, naked. But that is all a lie. We got to realize that we're in hell today. We can't be comfortable in this country. Go back.
Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Now, God's people have been in captivity for hundreds of years. When did the captivity for, where are you from? What's your nationality? Jamaican, right? You see Jamaicans? Okay. When did the captivity of the Jamaicans start?
1510.
When what? When the British, right, came to our islands and almost wiped out all of the Maroons of the island, right? And now, even to this day, a lot of Jamaicans pay their money, go up to the Queen of England, right? Now you gotta realize that your brothers and sisters are also Hispanics. Dominicans that got conquered by the Spanish, the Haitians that got conquered by the French.
Right.
Our captivity started in different time periods. But as a whole, God's people, like you see the signs, have gone into captivity. Like see right here, right? The Hispanics are going into captivity, right? The blacks going into captivity, the Jamaicans, the African Americans, the Haitians. We have gone into captivity, but why? Because history teaches how we went into captivity, right? We read it, but why did it happen? Continue reading.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
So God says the reason why this happened to our people is because we have no knowledge. Now, we just read it before, but you might not caught it. What is the knowledge God referring to that we don't have?
All sexual commandments.
That's right. You been watching this online?
I'm an Israelite.
You're an Israelite, okay. You watching us online? How you know you're an Israelite?
I'm from the tribe of Benjamin.
That's right, that's right. So watch this, continue reading. So he knows what knowledge is, continue reading.
And their honorable men are famished.
We have no support this day. You know, we have no leaders. All the leaders this day, they're leaders for TV, for show. I mean, they do things to be seen. They do it for the money. But nobody's really trying to do things for our people like back in the day where they try to open up their own, like the Black Panthers. They have their own breakfast community for the children.
Right.
But nobody's trying to do that. Now, I mean, we're not here asking for money because we realize that our people, we're tired of the falsehood in our communities. We're tired of the Jesse Jacks. We're tired of the, we're tired of that. Of the Al Sharptons.
Right.
We're tired of that. Jesse Jacks. We're tired of that. So we're here to teach you the reason why God put us in captivity is because we forgot the laws of God. Even today, we don't know that today's the Sabbath. You know today's the Sabbath? Now, you know in the Sabbath you can't buy and sell, right?
Yeah, I'm about to go to the gym. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm against that. Because you gotta realize, brother, that knowing your Israel is different than applying the laws that come behind knowing your Israel. Because as long as you continue in sin, you're actually allowing our hell to continue. Continue reading, come on.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
We're dried up with thirst, not physical, but we're dried up. Look at our communities. Every time you look on the news, what do you hear about? Like for example, I watched the news this morning. A man, I forgot what city it was. he saw his wife being harassed by a so-called white man or oppressor, he goes out there and does what a man has to do.
Right.
You know, help his woman. This man shoots him right in the chest, dies in front of his 5-year-old son, and this country saying no. The law of stand your ground applies to him. When he had no, it wasn't as if he was down beating on him. He just pushed him and shot him in the chest. Now I bet you if a black man did that, it's a wrap. Automatically homicide.
Right.
You know what I mean? But our people are dried up with thirst because we don't know who we are. You know you're an Israelite from Tribe Benjamin, but maybe your sister right here says, you know you're an Israelite?
Yes, I know.
Okay, from what tribe?
I'm trying to do this.
You see that? So she knows. All praise to the Most High. But I'm pretty sure we go to now the black, you know. Yeah, generally speaking, to people, we don't know who we are, and they might know who they are, but not keeping God's commandments either.
Right.
Come on.
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
Now, because we go in captivity, because we don't like keeping God's commandments, hell has enlarged itself. So hell is what? It's conditioned. They say hell is conditional. It's not a place where under the ground with a man with his pitchfork. Hell is right now. But yeah, what are you saying? That's right too, but hell is conditional. We're living in hell, sister.
That's right.
We're living in hell.
That's right.
So we gotta show people it's not okay to be comfortable in this country. Living the life you want to live.
Right.
No, God gives you a way you must live your life. And the way you might want to live your life, it might not be according to how God told you to live your life. So hell has enlarged itself because hell, y'all realize that it's today. Come on.
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
So we have descended into hell. Because to understand what hell is and we descended, what is heaven? Because if we know that hell is what we live in today, looking up in the news and seeing that let's say they talk about our athletes, that it's okay for a man to assault his wife and still play in the NFL, but for a man to just put down his knees and not to pledge to their anthem, not because he wants to say that this country is bad or something or the flag is bad, because our people want a change. We're tired of seeing unarmed black people getting shot by the police. It's a reasonable action not to stand for the anthem. But those people are not getting paid, not being accepted by any team. You understand? Now, because this is hell, what is the hell? What is the heaven we fell from? What is heaven? It's in us, right? That is true too. But what is heaven?
Say His grace. Wouldn't it be His grace?
His grace? Not quite, you know? It's fake, not quite. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna first go to the famous, remember the Lord's Prayer? Our Father which art in heaven. Now we're gonna go to that first. Because in the Lord's Prayer, Christ already tells you what is heaven and what we must strive for to reach. Come on, let's read the Lord's Prayer.
Matthew chapter 6 verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
So this is a prayer. A prayer means to ask. So Christ is asking the Lord in heaven, thy kingdom come. Read on.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth.
In what?
In earth.
So where is the heaven that Christ is asking for? To be done in the earth. Exactly, sis. That's right. Christ is asking for his kingdom to come on earth as well.
Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven.
So the kingdom is what's going to be in heaven. But what does that mean? Give me Deuteronomy 21 verse 11, I think. Heaven, I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters. Heaven is rulership. Heaven is having power.
That's right.
He said, let thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. A lot of times Christianity this is what Christianity is a drug, because they try to tell you, live your life as you want so you can die doing bad, die in your sin, and you still make it to heaven. How does that make sense? Then what is the purpose of having a Bible? Because that means I can do whatever I want, die as a homosexual, die as an adulterer, die as a drug dealer, and I still make it to heaven. It makes no sense. I believe it's chapter 11, 21. I believe I'm looking for Deuteronomy 11, verse 21. That I want?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on, read that. Now Moses Moses spoke about heaven. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 21. That your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children in the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers to give them, as the days of heaven upon the earth.
As days of what?
Of heaven upon the earth.
You gotta realize that we, the Israelites, were once in heaven. Heaven was what? Rulership. You know how it is to read the Bible and to know that your descendants are King David, King Saul, right? King Solomon, and to read about times with the nations, they willfully brought us wood, gold, silver, because they were scared of us. One nation today will bring to you gold. One nation will bring to you stuff like necklaces, silk. Nobody, because now today we're nothing. We're the lowest of the lowest.
Right.
We have to actually give them, ask them for jobs. We fill out job applications because we were asking them for jobs.
And we created all of it.
Yeah, but those ones that it gets me angry that we one time our people, the nation, were so scared of us that they'll willfully bring us gold, wood, silver, silk. Now Moses said that when the days of heaven be upon earth, read on.
For if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments when I command you, to do them, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and cleave unto him.
See, that's so I call it. Moses said, right? He said the criteria. In order for you to reach that heaven was to keep God's commandments.
Right.
The same way you're saying that in order that Christ can come with fire. That is all true. But I'm trying to realize that the heaven we must strive for is the heaven coming on earth. Now, how is the heaven going to look like? How is the heaven going to look like?
We're going to rule.
We're going to rule over what?
Over all other nations that are not.
Come on, Dad. Come on.
Then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you.
See that? Because we read the time think about it, the book after Moses died, right, is what? Joshua, right? You read a story in the Bible where a man, the Israel, through a man called Joshua, went to the city of Jericho, and God allowed the Israelites to wipe out a city because the land was promised to the Israelites.
Right.
So God is not a God of equality. God is for the Israelites. They say, then when heaven comes back, we're going to drive out these nations. Like the Chinese man that sells us plastic rice.
Right.
That gives us, they say it's chicken, but it's really pork seasoned to taste like chicken.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those people, the Arabs that today still is in slavery. I was reading the news, I saw the news on CNN. They just found, I believe in Texas, a burial ground where they say belonged to slaves. It's on 2018, they found a graveyard of slave bones. Today, that means what else have they not found? What else are they not telling us?
Right.
He said, but once we keep God's commandments in the heaven that's coming, the same kingdom Christ asked for God to bring, we will drive out the nations that are oppressing us. Read on.
And ye shall possess greater nations.
We shall possess. What does that mean?
We'll own.
We'll own. Meaning things are getting flipped 180 degrees. Meaning we're no longer going to be the possession. We're no longer going to ask for jobs, fill out job applications, go into interviews, and just because the instant they see you're black, in their mindset, they say, okay, we're going to go with the flow, ask you a couple questions. Damn sure no, you're not getting the job automatically just because you're black. But when Christ returns, that is flipping 180 degrees. We're going to possess those nations. We're going to ask them to bring the soul, bring your silver to us. Read on.
And mightier than yourselves.
Mightier, like today. Yes, the white man is mightier than us today. That's why there's a book called Romans 13 where Christ says through Paul, obey the higher powers because they are ordained of God. Yes, the white man does have a power over us today. Because why? Because we don't want to listen to God. He has to look, I'm going to put that nation over you. But those same nations that are greater than us today, like the white man, the Chinese, the Arabs, we're going to own them. Read on.
Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours.
Wherever he wants this. Let's see, where do you want vacation? What's like the place you always want to go to? Where's your dream vacation to? Is it back home to Jamaica? Where is it?
I don't have one.
Okay, what about you, sis? Where's the place you always want to go to on vacation?
When I want to go to vacation,
Like, where do you always want to go to? Like to travel on vacation?
well, I'm gonna say Jamaica. 'Cause
Okay, Jamaica. Let's say what Jamaica. Let's say I'm going to say, oh, I want to go to Tokyo, see how it is. It says everywhere your foot shall touch, it should be yours. You want to claim, you and your house want to claim Tokyo, guess what? It's going to be yours. You want a city in Japan to be yours, guess what? God said, okay, it's going to be yours.
That's right.
The whole world was ours and it's gonna be ours.
That's
but
right.
it's conditional too. We gotta keep God's commandments.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.